Most business owners fail at planning because of one of three reasons. Number one, no real plan. Number two, they grip the plan so tightly that they miss the shortcuts that would help their business so very much. And then number three, they build a plan that secretly requires a miracle. So today we are going to talk about business planning. And this is why business planning keeps on being hard or boring or this is what kills me, useless until we understand the difference between map math and portal physics. Gosh, you guys, I'm having a hard time talking today. So if you're joining me live, then I am recording this on live. So give me a one in the chat. But let me just promise you, this is not complicated. You do not need an advanced degree in math to understand map math and portal physics. My name is April Bragg, and I help overextended entrepreneurs simplify their business to make it more profitable. And I truly believe that the strongest, most powerful business principles are easy enough for a fifth grader to understand. And once we start applying them to our business, then if we understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, and why we're doing it now, when, then the sky's the limit on our business, or we'll be able to see where the limit is coming and where we need to make the adjustments. Okay. So let's talk about the map math and portal physics, or why business planning is sometimes working and sometimes not working. So, map math, number one, is like what you think business planning's supposed to be. Now, when I say these words, I crack up because I am from the Midwest. I have known tons of successful business owners who have never written down a business plan in their life, and they are very highly successful. And some people get freaked out by the words business plan, but a business plan is basically just a map. Some people have it virtually, some people have it visually, mentally in their mind. And the map is just telling you where you want your business to go, when you want it to get there, how long it's going to take, how you think it's going to get there, so that you know, do I have enough time? Do I have enough energy? Do I have enough money to get there? So, like I said, there's lots of business owners that are accomplishing this mentally. My husband's probably in this category. My dad is in this category. He's never written down a business plan in his life, but he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing with his farm. He knows what he's doing with his cattle. He knows where he wants it to be in 10 years. He knows what he needs to watch out for, like health wise. He has a succession plan. He talks about it to me every time I go visit him. It's a mental map. It's just a map of your business. Okay. So, but it's a map to make sure that the math works out. Like, are we going to get there before we get too old to keep on working it this way? Or before we run out of money? And this is where I see a lot of business owners fail. They're like, oh, it's a business expense. Let's buy a new truck because we can deduct it from our taxes. And it's like, well, yes, but can your business afford the payment plan through the winter? Times are going strong during the summer. Can it afford it through the winter? Um, so it's just doing math, basic math, like a fifth grader. Okay, do not be overwhelmed with that. So that's map math. We're seeing, hey, this is the plan and this is what we're going to do. And if we do this, then we'll probably pick up this many clients and then we'll make this much profit. And then with that profit, then we can buy more equipment, which makes us even more efficient, which makes us more money. And hopefully at this time, then we'll be able to hire people, or we'll be able to add more services or go into one service. Okay. It's the plan. All right. What's portal physics? Portal physics are the shortcuts that you could not plan for. And so that is like when you're going along and you're already working your plan, and then all of a sudden you see an opportunity and you're like, that would be amazing. This is what happened with my husband. He was running a lawn care business, and he got it very, very profitable. And then somebody else was going out of business. And because of his experience in the lawn care business, he could look at their lawn care and say, I can see all the mistakes they're making, and I know how to correct them. It would make sense for me to buy their client list and take over their guys, maybe take over some of their equipment and double my business overnight. In fact, he tripled his business in 1 year. He didn't plan on that, but because he had the expertise in doing business simply, he had a map. Then, when he saw the opportunity, he was able to jump on it. So, those are the portal physics are the opportunities that we cannot see ahead of time. But because of the experience we've gained in following the map, then we're like, ooh, I could do that. They are great. But this is what we need to remember. And this is why I want you to keep these two words in your mind: map, math, and portal physics. Helping us have, or excuse me, I can't even, I wrote it down specifically so I would remember it and I still missaid it. Number one, having a map helps us then find the portals, the shortcuts that we could not have planned for. So, have a map, create a map, sit down. Do not overthink this. If you need help, I'll tell you at the end how I can help you with that. Number two, and this is the mistake that all of the people who already have a map and love having a map and adore business planning and do it all the time or do it, faithfully every January. This is the mistake you, me, we are tempted to make. We grip it too tightly. We're like, nope, that's not a part of the plan. Ignore. We put blinders on. Don't grip your map so tightly that you can't see a great shortcut when it comes. And this is the counterintuitive thing. We won't know how good a shortcut is until we look after the fact. I have a personal story here. I came up with this concept about math and portal physics from our personal life. When we were first married, we had no money. For many years into our marriage, we had no money. And so our first house was, we bought a fixer upper, and then we fixed it up, and then we sold it for more than we had, well, for a little bit more. We made a little bit of money off of it, mostly because my husband free labor. And then we did that again, and we did that again, we did that again. I did not even realize that that was a plan that people did until looking back on it. People buying cheap houses and then fixing them up, selling them for more, building equity. But, around the third or fourth time, we were building up some equity. Then we found this one fixer upper, and it was a really, really big house. And we thought this was actually going to be our forever home. And so we took a chance on it and we bought it. And then we started putting money into it. And then COVID hit and our kids moved out, all these things combined at once. And my husband and I sat down, thought about our life, and decided we had another adventure in us. So we sold our house, and the equity from that house, um, unexpectedly, because the way the market was and the way that all the things were, this wasn't something we could plan. The equity from that house funded an 18-month sabbatical. We took that sabbatical, got clear on our next direction, came back, restarted the business, and then it became so much more profitable than if we had just kept on our continual journey before. We started in a new place, in fact, and made it more profitable. It was like all of this compression of life lessons and wisdoms that we've been gathering together, we were able to implement from the start. It was amazing. Oops, sorry about that ding. We did not know how powerful of a portal it was going to be when we stepped through it. But looking back, it's unbelievable how much benefit has come from that one move. We thought we were just paying down our house with our skills. No, we were paying down our house with our skills. We were also, my husband was learning skills that created his next business, his more profitable business. We were learning lessons that we had no idea we were learning until after the fact. And now when we look back, it's like, whoa, look at that. It's the same thing with our business. In fact, in just a second, I'm going to share with you how I'm applying map math and portal physics in my business simultaneously right now, in case a different application is going to help you. So, the 3 lessons that I want you to remember is do make a map. Make it simple. Just think of it as a map. Do I want my business to go? How am I planning on getting there? Is it affordable? Like, do I have enough time, energy, and money to get there? Or am I secretly planning on having a miracle happen? See, planning on the miracle is not wise, but having the map then helps us to see the portals, what almost feel like miracles because they are such powerful shortcuts. So make the map not in order to stick to the map, but in order to see the portals. The portals, the shortcuts that you can then use to double, triple, quadruple, 10x your business. They're amazing. Okay. The map is helpful to find the portals. That's the counterintuitive piece. Okay. So now I said I was going to tell you how I'm applying it. So in my business model, I'm helping overextended entrepreneurs simplify to succeed. And um, I want there to be no cap on how many business owners I can help. So up to this point, I have been doing one on one, working with one person at a time. And I love that work. We get to go deep, we get to go into the nitty gritty, we get to make sure that their business and their life work together. But I can only help one person at a time that way. And I wanted to create a business where I can help more people and also not require more energy from me. So even though it might start out slow, I want it to have the power to grow even bigger than my one on one business. So, with that in mind, I created my map. My map is this. Okay, I will talk about my business and help people and meet people on YouTube, ideally. I mean, I've got a Facebook account, an Instagram account, but I don't want to be tied to continually having to post. I wanted to create content that could have like an evergreen effect to it. And then people will be able to find that link, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 5 years in the future, and still be able to find their way to my business if they wanted that help. So that's why I chose YouTube, is because it has this evergreen model. So my business model is the map is tell people about my business. If I help them for free, then they will hire me to help them more and more and more, so a low cost membership or a premium tier one on one. YouTube itself, though, is my map and hopefully my portal. I'm not planning on this, but I am on a platform where occasionally one of your videos will pop off and go viral. When that happens, you can get like a whole year's worth of growth in like 2 days. It's insane. So I'm not planning on it, but I'm also prepared for it if it comes. So my two platforms are YouTube, which can, you know, have the environment for that. But also one on one, I could never handle a viral growth like that. If all of a sudden 100 people wanted to work with me, I'm like, well, we're just going to have a wait list forever. But so I created a membership where I pulled the most useful piece out of my one on one, which is helping overextended entrepreneurs simplify by finding the one move that would help them grow their business this week without adding more to their plate. I pulled that out, that piece, like what's the one action that we're doing week after week after week that will create compound growth. And I made my membership about that piece. And so that is how I have a map that we can do this slow and steady, and it's not too exhausting for April to do it for the long-term foreseeable future. No matter as I get older or my energy gets tired or I get tired of all the noise on all the social media platforms. So my map is accounting for my reality, but I chose platforms that have the possibility of portals. Okay, that's how I'm applying it. Now, I can't wait to hear how you're going to apply it. And if you need help creating your map so that you can find your own portals, then join my membership. It's on the school platform. It's called the TimeRich Business Club, and I will put the link in the description and probably pin it in the comments. But what's nice about this, if you want the help, is that there is a 7-day free trial and you can cancel anytime. So, it's not like it's a really, really high commitment. But if that sounds appealing to you, can't wait to see you. And if not, I'm glad you stuck to the end. All right. Can't wait to hear. If you have any questions or follow-up thoughts about this video, then put them in the chat and I'll circle around. But otherwise, we're going to keep this short and sweet, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.